In today's video we're going to be diving back into more of the first Berserker Khazan, and I'm going to be going over my top 3 endgame farms for Lacrima in order for you to grab a whole bunch of it fast. If you've made your way all the way to the very end of the game, these are going to be the best spots to net you a whole bunch of Lacrima and allow you to level up your character's attributes nicely. Now for this guide I'm going to be doing it at the end of the standard game, but remember if you've gone on to New Game Plus or even New Game Plus Plus, these are still going to be the best areas in the game. You're just going to get a whole bunch more Lacrima because the difficulty is going to be up to it. Again, as always, if you can, try and put on your bard set. This is going to help you out massively because the 5 piece of it is going to give you 25% extra on your Lacrima gain. And if you want to swap a piece out, say for example you want to put a jar head on in order to get a little bit of jewellery that can do a bit of extra damage and such, that can work out amazing as well. Now these are ones that I was using just before I headed on to New Game Plus, but remember if you are doing this on New Game Plus or New Game Plus Plus, it's going to work out exactly the same. It'll be the best spots. You'll just get a whole bunch more Lacrima because the difficulty is going to be ramped up. For the first one we're going to be heading over to the very last region, then you're going to want to head over to the Great Temple, the Bloodied Sanctuary mission, with the checkpoint you want to start off at being the path to the temple. Then just keep making your way all the way forward. I'll speed up the footage a little bit because you can't really go wrong here. Just head into this entrance, make your way over to the elevator, you're going to ride it all the way down and then you're just going to follow the path all the way forward once more. Now at this stage there's a whole bunch of enemies that might clip you, but don't worry, as long as you make it into this area, then proceed all the way to the door, you should be good to go. Then you're just going to head up the stairs, make it all the way along until you find yourself another Blade Nexus. Now at this point, if you can, making things a little bit easier, try to top up your Javelin, so go over to your common skill tree, make sure you pick up all the nodes on it, especially the 2 down the bottom. That will help with a bit of return on it as well as a bit of extra damage. If you have got the Phantom leveled up, Atlanta the Precise, you can help out a bit more of your range damage. Then you're just going to turn around, look just off of the bridge down the bottom there, there's going to be one of those flying succubus that you're going to want to hit whenever the reticule turns red. This means you're going to get some weak point damage on her, and if you're able to charge up your Javelin, you can actually destroy her from right at the top area, allowing you to get off a lot of damage, grab yourself a whole bunch of Lacrima really fast. But even if you haven't got it all the way charged up, don't worry, just take her down as much as you can. Then she will decide to go all the way up the tower to fight you, so you're just going to wait a little while, she'll make her way up, and then you're going to take her down from the top. You can actually knock her off the sides, which is really nice and easy sometimes with some builds. Even if you can't, just take her down as fast as possible, and this nets you a massive 59,000 Lacrima every single time you're doing it. Over to our number 2 spot, and this one's a little bit easier but works out around about the same for Lacrima per hour, and for this one you're going to want to go back to the Great Temple, the Bloodied Sanctuary again, but this time we're going to be going to the Grand Garden. Now this area is absolutely amazing because there's a whole bunch of golems roaming around here, and most times they can be a little bit on the tricky side, but luckily for us when we head outside there's going to be some of those exploding crystals that are going to work to our advantage massively. Make sure you hit pretty hard so that it's going to explode, it's going to knock the golem into its down phase, deal with it in whichever way you find best. I always go behind, do a lot of damage that way, and then go into my brutal strike, but depending on how kicked out you are, you may be able to do it a little bit faster just from standard attacks. Once it's done, head back to your Blade Nexus, rinse and repeat again as many times as you want to, and you're going to be getting just under 30,000 Lacrima every single time you defeat this enemy. Now lastly, coming in at our number 1 spot, this one can be a bit trickier to do I found, so hopefully you've got a nice setup on you, but for this one you're going to be heading over to the Imperial Palace, and then you're going to be going all the way down to the second to last checkpoint, the Celestial Tower. Again, you're going to be taking advantage of that crystal. Turn around, you're going to see one of the trickier enemies in the game, the Soulbound Knights. You're going to want to explode the crystal in any way, shape or form you can. I tend to throw a javelin there, but if you want to run up to it you can do, as long as you kind of grab the enemy's attention. Once that's done, you can knock it into a down phase again, take it out by hitting it with whatever your heaviest attacks are, and then if you want a brutal attack to finish it off, that would work out absolutely ideal. The only thing with this, it pays out an absolute abundance of Lacrima very fast and easy, as long as things go right. If you've got a slightly weaker build on, you're not dishing out enough damage, then sometimes this one can go a little bit wrong and you might have to finish it off. And remember, these guys hit extremely hard, so what you don't want to do is lose your Lacrima because you get beat by it and then get killed by it before you pick it back up again. Just make sure you've got a solid build on before doing this last one, but once you get it down, it's probably the best one in the game, as it gives you around about 52,000 Lacrima every single 20 seconds or so. As always, hopefully that's helped a few of you guys and girls out. There's going to be loads more content away from me, including some build guides, some of the best armor sets you should be looking out for. But as always, for all things gaming, take care. I'll see you on the next day.